So just this morning, I was supposed to be productive, but when I got my phone, I started scrolling. 5 minutes turned into 20, 20 minutes turned into an hour, and then it turned into 2 hours. Then after a while, I decided to take a nap, so that turned into 2 hours. And then later on, I realized that it was almost the afternoon, and I haven't started on work yet. If this sounds familiar, then you're not alone. This is procrastination. And procrastination isn't just a work problem. It usually starts with how we begin the day. But here's the good news. You don't need a complicated morning routine to be able to solve it. So today I'll be sharing with you 5 simple morning habits that actually beat procrastination and sets you up for a day with more momentum and way less guilt. Hey friends, I'm David and I'm part of the Overcome team, and here on this channel our goal is to help support more and more people with their mental health. And before we get into the morning habits, just real quick, I want to let you know that we at Overcome offer free mental health coaching for anyone who needs it. So this is for solving procrastination, anxiety, uncontrollable thoughts, or even career goals. So if you want your free mental health coaching, go to the link in the description and sign up now. Anyway, let's go back to the video. Why does the morning matter so much when it comes to procrastination? Here's why. Think of your day like a snowball on top of a hill. The first few actions you take in the morning either push the snowball down the hill, helps it gain momentum, or if you don't take action, the snowball is stuck at the top. If you start your day with avoidance, like checking TikTok, doom scrolling, or pushing snooze on your alarms, you are teaching your brain that today is about delay. And that feeling that it's okay to delay things will follow you throughout the day. But if you stack your morning with small intentional habits, you start teaching your brain the opposite. You start teaching your brain that today is about action. Those little wins build confidence. And suddenly, tackling that bigger task doesn't feel so overwhelming anymore. The cool part is you don't need a 2-hour miracle morning routine. Just a few intentional shifts can change the whole vibe of your day. So here are the 5 morning habits that beat procrastination. The first one is to beat the first 5 minutes. Your brain craves momentum. That's why what you do in the first 5 minutes of your day after waking up matters so much. For me, I often reach for my phone immediately after I wake up. And surprise, surprise, 30 minutes later, I'd be comparing myself to random people on Instagram instead of actually getting ready or actually getting things done. Now, I set a tiny first win, and you can do this too. So I make my bed, I drink a glass of water to hydrate the brain, which is good, or I just open the window. These things take less than a minute, but they are good enough to flip the switch. They're good enough to get your brain to think, hey, I'm accomplishing something. Psychologists call this the activation energy. You don't have to feel ready. You just have to do something tiny. The tiny action leads to the next one, and suddenly you're in motion instead of stuck. Similar to our idea of the snowball. Once you get some tiny actions or you push it just a little bit, it will start building momentum. The second morning habit that I can share with you is to move before you scroll. Here's something wild. Procrastination isn't always about the task. A lot of times, it's about energy. If you wake up feeling groggy and you immediately start scrolling, your brain will stay that half asleep or in a passive state. But if you do even just 2 minutes of movement, like doing some stretching, some push-ups, or going for a walk around your apartment, you are telling your body, we are awake and we are alert and we are ready. Personally, I'm not the morning workout type of guy since I also have trouble getting up in the morning, but just doing 20 jumping jacks or shaking out my body is enough to wake me up. Movement beats procrastination because it flips your nervous system from sluggish to activated. The third morning habit I can share with you is to write a start-only list. This one's a game changer, especially if your to-do list is already overwhelming. Instead of writing 15 things, I make a start-only list with just 3 tasks. The rule is I only need to start them. I don't need to finish them. For example, like just telling myself, okay, just open the document for my script, or just draft 1 email reply, or just organize 1 folder on my desktop. See, it's really simple. That's it. The pressure of finishing the task is honestly what makes us procrastinate. But starting, that's doable. And here's the kicker. Once you start, finishing actually takes care of itself. Similar to this video that I'm doing. Earlier today, I was having a hard time starting, but once I started, it was actually easy to finish. This is straight from cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT, but in CBT, our goal is to break the cycle by making tasks small and approachable. The fourth morning habit I can share with you is to use the 10-minute rule. If you struggle with big, scary tasks, the 10-minute rule is your best friend. Here's how it works. Tell yourself, I only have to do this for 10 minutes, and start the timer. Open the work that you need to do and just begin. It's similar to the Pomodoro technique. If you're familiar with it, you just need to start your work and you have a timer. 90% of your time, once you get past those first 10 minutes, your brain is already engaged and you'll just keep going with your work. And if you really hate it, you can just stop guilt-free. The point is, this habit just lowers the mental wall between you and the task. Procrastination thrives when the wall that you're trying to overcome feels too high. So trying to make it smaller, like similar to our other tips, is the way to go. The 10-minute rule gives you that ladder to hopefully overcome that wall. The last tip, or the fifth tip I can give you, is to protect your focus window. Most people's highest energy and focus is in the first 1 to 2 hours of waking up. The worst thing you can do is to waste that energy into just writing an email or doing chores or doing endless scrolling. So here's what I do. I pick up one thing that actually matters that day. Maybe it's writing a script, maybe it's editing a video, and I use that focus window only for that. No distractions, no notifications on my phone, and no other things that I need to do. Even 30 minutes of deep work in the morning can make you feel accomplished. And once you feel accomplished, procrastination later in the day loses its power. It's like building momentum early so you don't have to fight the uphill later. Anyway, remember that procrastination isn't about laziness, it's about how you set yourself up. If you start your day with avoidance, you'll keep avoiding. But if you start with action, even just small action, you'll carry that momentum into everything else. If you are struggling with procrastination right now and need extra support, we at Overcome offer free mental health coaching for anyone who needs it. We can help you with procrastination if that's something you're struggling with. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe. That's a huge help to our channel. And hopefully I see you on the next one.